Two massive ancient armies stand face to face on a dusty plain. Tens of thousands of warriors and rows of chariots wait for the single command that will start a war of total destruction. This conflict has divided families down the middle. As the warriors look across the field, they see their own brothers, their own uncles, and the teachers who taught them. In the final seconds of silence, history's greatest warrior reaches a breaking point. Arjuna drops his bow and sinks to the floor of his chariot. His hesitation is rooted in a brutal moral calculation. To fulfill his duty to justice, he must slaughter the people he loves most. It is a moment of total paralysis, the point where doing what is right requires an act that feels unforgivable. While Arjuna collapses, his charioteer, Krishna, remains remarkably still. In the middle of the rising tension, he looks at his friend and smiles. The presence of that smile amidst the chaos suggests that Arjuna's grief won't be solved with a better bow or a new strategy. To move forward, he must first change the way he perceives his own existence. Krishna addresses the immediate cause of Arjuna's fear, the nature of death itself. This diagram illustrates Krishna's lesson. The physical body is a temporary vessel. The true essence is the soul, an indestructible core. Over time, it cycles through different forms, leaving one body and entering another, like discarding old clothes for new ones. On the battlefield, this logic suggests that Arjuna lacks the power to truly destroy his family. He can only strike at the vessels they are currently inhabiting. By internalizing the immortality of the soul, the weight of mortality begins to lift, allowing the mind to focus on the necessity of the present moment. But Arjuna is also paralyzed by the weight of his own actions. He fears that the blood on his hands will leave a permanent stain on his character. This illustrates nishkam karma, performing your duty without attachment to the outcome. We control the effort we put into our work, but final results are determined by outside forces. The outcome belongs to the universe, not the individual. This is not a call to be passive. It is a framework for absolute focus. By letting go of the anxiety over winning or losing, you channel all your energy into the action itself. Courage is found when we remove our ego from the equation, acting not for personal gain, but because the action is required by the truth. For Arjuna, logic is still not enough to overcome his personal bonds. He needs to see how his small life fits into the design of the entire universe. Krishna reveals the Vishvarup, his cosmic form. This represents the universe as a single entity, holding galaxies, planets, and the flow of time within its own body. This vision shows that the universe is a vast, self-correcting system. Within this scale, Arjuna is an instrument of the law, playing a specific role in a much larger process. Seeing this cosmic scale proves that his personal grief was a form of blindness. His role in the war is not a personal choice, but a necessity for maintaining the balance of the world. Back on the muddy battlefield, the cosmic perspective takes hold. Arjuna's paralysis shatters. He stands up and takes up his weapon. With his conviction restored, the war begins. The conflict eventually results in the collapse of the corrupt system that had caused so much suffering. This story mirrors the personal battlefields we face in daily life, those moments where a difficult choice feels heavy enough to stop us in our tracks. Perform the work required of you, stand with the truth, and refuse to let the fear of a potential outcome stop you from moving. This diagram shows the timeline of Dharma as a continuous loop. When the system reaches a peak of imbalance, a new node of clarity appears to return the world to its center. The victory on this ancient battlefield was not won through physical strength alone. It was won because a human being found the clarity to act.